Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Continuing our top 15 series, we've got something special lined up for you today. I know so many of you have been asking for a customer reviews analysis for this one. Well, we're finally doing it. But before we get into that, don't forget to check this exclusive discount for it. You can find the link in both the video description and the top comment below. Now let's not waste any more time and jump right into the details.
Starting things off, our first reviewer gives us their perspective.
This reviewer wholeheartedly recommends this portable power station. Our reviewer uses it daily at home, primarily as a way to reduce electricity bills, especially helpful given the increasing frequency of power outages. This client found that pairing it with the appropriate solar panels significantly extends its usefulness, providing a truly off-grid power solution. While charging via solar is slower than using a wall outlet, potentially taking a day or two depending on the solar panel's output, the resulting power is essentially free. This power station isn't ridiculously huge, surprisingly smaller and lighter than many comparable models. Think of it as roughly the size of a lunchbox, still substantial but manageable to store and move around. It arrived at about half charge, and our reviewer recommends fully charging it upon receiving it, before switching to solar power for daily use. The capacity isn't enough to run an entire house naturally, but it's more than sufficient for several essential devices. Our reviewer regularly uses it to power a small refrigerator, ensuring perishables stay cold during outages, perfect for medication storage. Other typical uses include charging a laptop and powering a lamp in the evenings. It handles these tasks flawlessly, giving our reviewer peace of mind during prolonged power cuts. In testing, this power station easily kept a small mini fridge running for several hours, keeping contents cool enough to prevent spoilage. However, our reviewer cautions that this is only suitable for an small fridge. A larger model might strain its capacity. The power station boasts a durable, thick casing and a sturdy carrying handle. While not a retractable handle, it's tough and unlikely to break under normal use. Although the casing is quite resistant, our reviewer still advises against dropping or throwing it. The color does show dirt and discoloration easily, particularly if exposed to sunlight for prolonged periods. Despite being marketed as a solar-powered option, it doesn't come with its own panels. That said, it works perfectly with compatible panels. Just bear in mind that charging via solar power will be slower than wall charging. The unit itself includes various charging cables for wall outlets and carports, but not directly for solar panels. One particularly useful feature is the integrated fan, which kicks in automatically when charging other devices, quietly keeping internal components cool. It's noticeable but not obnoxiously loud. A lengthy power cord is included, allowing for flexible placement, away from the wall outlet if needed. The power station can be used while simultaneously charging, a really smart design. The LCD screen displays power levels precisely, making it easy to monitor its status. Multiple ports are included, a couple of USB ports, one with quick charging capabilities, a USB-C port, 2 DC ports and 2 AC ports, one 2-prong, one 3-prong. The AC ports require an additional switch to activate, aiding in power conservation if only USB charging is needed. The Type-C port was sufficient to charge the reviewer's MacBook Pro, provided you have the correct cable. All in all, this client is incredibly satisfied. They found it effective for charging their phone and laptop multiple times, even while simultaneously using the power station. It is a compact, effective, and convenient power solution, ideally suited for emergencies, home use, or even camping trips. The bright built-in flashlight is a bonus. Though not perfect, the slightly easier to soil coloring and slower solar charging being minor drawbacks, the advantages far outweigh any inconveniences.
Cool. Let's uncover what our next reviewer has to say.
This reviewer began their journey with this portable power station, a sleek device promising extended power for various electronic needs, with high hopes. Our reviewer opted for a thorough initial test, fully charging the unit overnight before connecting their CPAP machine via a separately purchased DC converter. The initial attempt was a bit rocky. The CPAP sputtered and shut down intermittently, suggesting a possible power fluctuation. This wasn't the ideal start, but this client wasn't deterred. Undeterred, our reviewer tried again. This time, the CPAP powered on smoothly and ran throughout the night. However, the next morning brought disappointment. The power station was completely depleted. The CPAP's power consumption was tested independently. It turned out it only ran for approximately 4 hours, far less than the advertised lifespan, especially considering the settings, relatively high pressure and humidity. It was evident that the significant power draw of the CPAP, especially with humidity enabled, was straining the capacity of this power station. This client wasn't ready to write it off just yet. Subsequent tests involved adjusting the CPAP settings. Running the CPAP without humidity resulted in a longer runtime of 5 hours, a much more promising outcome. Further testing, with the humidity reduced, showed the power station still held a significant charge after another 5-hour run. These results suggested that the device could indeed deliver on its promises, provided the user carefully manages the power demands. The final verdict. This client ultimately found that the portable power station performed as advertised, but only under specific conditions. While initially skeptical after the first testing, the later tests confirmed that the device's power capacity is largely influenced by the power draw of connected devices. The user noted that using the CPAP machine with its humidity feature at its highest setting was the primary cause of the reduced battery life. Therefore, this client felt that to get the full benefit of the device, it's important to be mindful of the energy requirements of plugged-in equipment. This means, for this client, it's likely best to minimize power-hungry settings or use a supplementary solar panel to ensure a continuous power supply, especially on longer trips. Despite the initial hiccups, our reviewer ultimately gave it a positive rating, confident it would meet their needs with careful consideration of its capabilities. If this video helped you out, give it a like and hit subscribe for more. Got thoughts? Drop them in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.